My name is Nora West Allen, the fastest woman alive. When I'm done, 30 years from now, I'm the guardian of Central City. I'm a speedster, just like my dad. People call me XS. Every day I hope to live up to the legacy of the Flash. But I've still got a long way to go.
Yo.
It's your boy R to the Z Ramses.
Lita.
And I would like to welcome everybody to our channel.
Welcome.
All right. On this very first special edition, we're going to cover The Flash, Season 5, Episode 1. All right. And the show opens up with Nora. She's explaining how she's stuck. And also, she lets everybody know she knows exactly who everybody is by, giving people's names and stuff.
Calling them out.
Right.
Personality traits and stuff.
So I thought that was a bit interesting. Nora, her personality comes across as, kind of quirky.
Yeah, she's like cutesy, quirky. Pretty
much everything that Barry is, but a female version. Very naive. And a little too naive.
Yeah.
So one of the discussions we was discussing.
I love her name. XS. I love that. Is it XS or XS? Like, I know they described it as excess, but when you're writing it out, is it XS?
That's something that our viewers can tell us exactly how it is spelled. All right. I don't know if that's from the comics or if this is something special, especially for the series, the TV show.
Right. But I love that name. XS.
Yeah. So the question is, how old do you think she is? How old do you think she is?
I think because she's so naive, she's like maybe early 20s, late teens. Like, she just seems so like, just kitty-like,
Yeah. And that's what I think. They say she's from 30 years in the future. Okay.
I say like a teenager.
But she was born a couple years before the crisis events of 2024. Which appears that this season and all the other seasons is what is building towards this crisis event in season that's going to be in season 10. So as we get past the first act, she shows that she really is, there's some type of strong feelings there for her and Barry. You kind of...
Yeah, like, she's such a fan.
Such a fan.
Like, she's such a fan. Like, it's daddy. Flash, 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 flash this, flash that.
And at the end of last season, there was still that kind of weird connection between Nora and Iris.
Or a lack of connection.
Or
maybe
lack of connection.
A disconnect between them. But I think that's just some regular old mom-daughter stuff. Just like, being as though, now that we know that Barry's dead or vanished, right?
Which is what we find out later in the episode.
Right. I can see Iris having the attitude, like, not really encouraging Nora to even be a speedster, learning her powers. Definitely don't mess with time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they probably had some little quarrel, some little fight, like, what are you doing? You're going to mess stuff up. Because she even said to her in the coffee shop, look, you're not afraid that we're going to mess up time?
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's a little conversation that they had, like, before she left.
Yeah, she did kind of have a little, I don't know if it was a smirk, but some type of definitely look on her face when they were in the coffee shop, and that was the time that Iris wanted to use to try to connect with Nora, you know, and by playing this guessing game of let me guess to see
what you are, who you are, what you do.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
but they, you know, I think they have a decent relationship. Though I don't think there's nothing there. I think it's just some regular old mom daughter. I see you every day.
Could be.
Mom, I always got something to say. You don't even want me to be a speedster.
It could definitely be.
Because you know what I mean.
Yeah, it could definitely be that. So as the villain of this episode is Gridlock, and he's a type of meta who uses kinetic energy. He absorbs kinetic energy and multiplies it when he hits someone. So if he gets punched, he absorbs that energy and it comes back tenfold whenever he decides to use it.
So he's stronger.
And so how he's introduced is there's a fight scene with him and the cops on the street. Well, this is after Barry gets back into the CSI. They give him his job back.
Yeah, so how he get his job back?
Well,
I don't understand. Like, how do you get your job back?
Well, he was found not guilty in the trial of the Flash.
I mean, you still can't work here, sir.
Well, he's found guilty, and then they, you know.
Right, you can't work here, sir.
So it's a wash. All right, so he got his job back. They never filled it. Yada yada yada. Nora shows up to the job.
Sure is privileged.
She shows up to the job.
Like, yeah, and she just walk up.
She's just
walking out.
She flashes up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god!
And she's intent on helping Barry solve all the
his cases.
His backup
like she
cases.
just wants to spend time with him so bad.
So bad.
So bad. Like, I just want to be with you.
So when Gridlock actually when they, I guess, I don't know if it's called in or they hear about it happening, he tells her to wait here.
Right. And she just show up at the fight.
And he don't know. He wants to go help, but he don't have a suit because the suit was destroyed when he hit the satellite. So what she does in a flash,
here she come with the backup suit.
What's the classic season 1 suit,
right?
That she says that she got from
Back
Cisco's closet. Okay, so it was a nice flashback.
It's nice to see the old suit.
Definitely nice to see it, but that gets destroyed, right?
Right.
That gets destroyed during the fight and with Gridlock. You know, Barry, he shows up in flash time. Obviously, he saves the officers and punches Gridlock. Gridlock absorbs the energy and uppercuts Barry. I don't know.
He got a super cut into the damn. He got super.
What the
super cut it.
Yeah.
Into the water. Because Nora, what she show up for? What are you here?
So she totally distracts him, and what was supposed to be a one and done, as she eloquently put it, it turns it out to be more than a one and done. And this whole episode revolves around them figuring out how to stop him.
Not only how to stop him, but how to get her lying ass back to her own time.
That too.
So, and so that blows me how she's just sitting there watching them try to figure out how to get her ass back. Meanwhile, Gridlock tearing the city up. And she's just laying there like, you know, how y'all gonna get me back? No.
So, you know.
That blows me. I mean, that's some shit that kids do. See, that's what kids do. The stupid shit. They ain't even think, stuff.
Hey.
Not even thinking.
You know, so it's a little bit irritating, you know, that she claims to not be able to get back and she's stuck here, but it turns out that she wasn't stuck. She had some negative tachyon particle
she
device.
Stole some more stuff from the museum. So we know Nora's a thief.
Speaking of museums, this is the episode where they finally revealed the Flash Museum. Basically, the museum is full of Flash's historical events in order of which they occurred, and him fighting,
chronological order.
of fighting, you know,
Villains.
the villains. So, yeah. So she reveals that. And also, you know, she does, after the suit gets destroyed, she gives him another suit.
Come through Nora with the backup suit.
Backup suit.
Okay. She got a
She,
suit for you. Got a suit for you.
and this time, it was a flash ring where we all been waiting for since season 1. We're trying to figure out if they was going to ever do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was spot on. It was straight lifted from the pages of a comic book, and the special effects was pretty on point this episode too as well. All right, so
Shout out to, what's his name, Ralph Choi, who made the suit. I don't know who that's going to be, but Nora's been name dropping.
yeah, she's been name dropping.
She's been name dropping. And who's this? Lightning Lad. She mentioned somebody named Lightning Lad.
Yeah. So our followers and watchers, if you can let us know in the comment field exactly who Lightning Lad is from the comics, that'd be
And
great.
who's that?
So Barry is how do you say, pressed about getting her back. Iris wants her to stick around so she can get to know her daughter.
Right.
But it comes full circle. By the end of the episode, they both determine that maybe it's all right if she stick around a little bit longer.
Right, of course, because Barry knows the truth now. And he knows that, and now he realizes that he'll never get to spend this time with her if not for her coming back in time or whatnot.
Yeah.
So now he's like, okay, so now all of these are firsts for him.
Yeah, and the way he finds out that he misses, you know, a lot of her first is because he asked her exactly what happened. So that's when they go to the time vault and they pull up the article, Flash vanishes in a crisis in 2024, and he asks exactly how long. She basically tells him that you never come back.
You never, 25 years later.
And they show another article for 25 years later and said that Flash is still missing. So
You never come back.
that's how he gets to the point where he feels like, well, maybe, you know, it's all right she stick around because of her and, not her, but Barry and Wally, they figure out that there are certain events that can be changed that won't affect the timeline.
Soft events
That won't affect the timeline.
and the hard events.
That will affect the timeline. So,
Like now that Wally done lived a little, he coming back with all this information. We still don't want you here, Wally. Go back to Legends. Go over there with your perm.
speaking of perms, I'm glad that he did away with the perm this season.
Okay.
That definitely. You
Okay,
know,
Wally had a conch. Shout out to Stretch. I love him. Ralph.
aka elongated man.
Elongated. His name is Stretch, man. He be stretching.
So,
I love him. It is so. I'm glad he's back. I'm glad they didn't kill him off and leave him gone. That
Yeah.
would have been sad. And I love how he's, you know, it's so funny how he's learning.
Yeah.
Which is good for, I guess, some new Flash fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice for them to understand how this Earth thing works and how the time travel works and all of that. And
So inside of the time vault, when they were, when they're looking at the paper from the future and things like that, she reveals. Well, Barry actually finds out, and she reveals that she's not really stuck.
I'm not stuck.
And she can run back and go back to the future anytime.
I was just playing. Here you go, Dad.
And so that whole point of them running and they not getting into it was just waste.
Wasting time. And I probably would have been a little bit more irritated about that than Barry was when he found out.
So fast forward closer to the end of the episode is when they stop Gridlock. He gets on the airplane and his attempt was to crash it. But Barry, Nora walks in and she actually says, well, we can just phase the plane and save the people.
You can face the
But
plane.
the catch was that Nora did not know how to phase. So they come up with this plan. Cisco vibes him onto the plane mid-flight after he blows out the second engine, which gives them enough time to get on there and
10 seconds.
to stop Gridlock.
Because he won't have no powers for 10 seconds.
Right, while the plane is in zero force. So they vibe themselves on there, and the three, Wally, Barry, and Nora, attempt to phase the plane. Wally can phase, Barry can phase, Nora couldn't phase. So
she said the only thing she could do, she said, I can run so fast that I can reverse time.
that's pretty much a little bit.
Look.
So, as a throwback to season 1, Barry gave Nora the same speech that the Reverse Flash gave to him.
Shout out to Harry. I want Harry to come back, man. I love him.
Looking forward to him coming back at some point this season.
I hope he comes back.
So he gave her the same speech. I don't think it was thunder. I think it was the air or something like that. Whatever it was.
Feel it.
All right. So
Feel it.
So as the episode comes to conclusion, we finally get the reveal of Cicada, and
I thought he was Bane. Is that his name?
I don't know who Bane is.
But who's the guy that broke Batman's back?
That's Bane.
Bane.
Yeah. So this is.
Thought it was Bane.
So this is definitely not Bane.
Oh.
A wrong villain character.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. All right. So they, like I said, they save the people on the plane. Gridlock, they capture him, and he's on a trailer or a truck fortress where he's chained, and the truck is still moving. And then that's when we get the reveal of Cicada, him and his lightning bolt, his Speed Force lightning bolt. Okay. And that Speed Force lightning bolt is what actually stops the truck. And Gridlock is in there as he chained up. He hearing all of the fighting and killing that's going on outside.
What's going on? Is someone going to save me? No. Ain't nobody saving you.
So Cicada shows up, and he has his mask on and his hood and his robe and his lightning bolt dagger. And as he Gridlock find out, he asked him, what did he want? He said, I want all you to die.
And I didn't understand the point of that. Like, Cicada was, Gridlock was caught. Why did he have, I guess we're going to find out. Why did Cicada just have to have him dead?
Well, in the,
you know what I mean?
In the,
not threatening him.
In the preview, or the trailer, should I say, is when we get a kind of glimpse of why he's doing what he's doing. They show a clip of him holding some type of cloth, look like a little girl cloth. So evidently something happened to one of his family members, maybe daughter, perhaps, and he holds Metas responsible for that. So his whole thing is to kill all the Metas using that Speed Force dagger. So overall, Flash season 5 episode.
We didn't talk about Caitlin.
Oh, that's right.
And Killer Frost. So I don't understand. Okay, first of all, rewind. Cecile, powers, corny. I don't understand why she still has her powers. Fast forward. Caitlin. I thought that maybe Rock was gonna morph into her father and that would motivate Killer Frost to come out. But
thought she was gonna morph into her father.
Yo, you know how he can with his powers, Stretch Man, Ralph.
Oh, the
man, right? Yeah,
right.
and I, kind of look like her dad, and then that would, because he can do that.
Yeah, he could do that. But you saying you thought that would
trigger
Killer Frost
to come out? I thought they were going to do it like that. But the fact that he's alive and they're going to make a real story out of this, why? Because we already been through this with Caitlin and a parent of hers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really don't want to see that again. I'm good. I just want Killer Frost back.
So the reveal there was that Ralph, what Ralph did was, at the end of the episode, he brings back the death certificate of Caitlyn's father, but turns out that the person who signed it does not exist. So, in essence, the death certificate is fraudulent or fake.
Right.
So, Caitlyn's going to go on her journey at some point throughout the season to find out where her father is and find out exactly who she is. Because at the end of last season, we find out that Caitlyn wasn't given those powers, as
she thought
Killer Frost has been a part of her this entire time.
Right, which is cool. That was a big surprise last season. So that's cool. But yeah, and I think it's hilarious how I'm all over the place, but I think it's hilarious how Joe is hiding from Cecile. When she realized she had her powers back, he was like, oh.
Great. So, you know,
he had in the where did that was it a warehouse?
No, it was at the lab. It was one of the rooms upstairs or something like that.
Joe hiding.
But yeah,
that's funny.
Overall, season 5, episode 1 of The Flash was very entertaining.
Great.
I thought it was good. On a scale of 1 to 5, me personally, I would give it a 4.
I
Give it a 5. Okay, so
yeah.
There was still some room for improvement. I think. For a debut episode, it was definitely good. You know, and Nora being added to the mix was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
You know, so we're looking forward to episode 2.
Can't wait.
Hopefully you guys like what you heard, and if you agree with some of the points or have more to add, like some of the things of the name drops that Nora was giving of some of the other...
Lightning Lad, Roy Choi, Ralph Choi, what's his name?
I don't know who they are, but...
but I think this...
But I'm sure our viewers will definitely let us know.
Yes.
All right,
this episode was so sway, baby. So sway. If you thought this episode was sway,
ring the bell. All right. Well, not ring the bell, but comment below.
Not sway.
Not sway. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this on a weekly basis, and we appreciate y'all taking the time to view our channel.
Yes.
All right.
Hit us up.
It's your boy R to the Z, Ramses.
Later.
And we're out.
Out.
Until next week.
Next week.
Peace.